fun little stuff with it, going on rides with some buddies of mine, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I love riding, and my buddy, he has a street bug from Harley, and my wife, she'll be like, baby, I want to go for a ride. We're all like, oh, we gotta take Matt's bike. She'll be like, okay, she'll go to it, because he lives with us. I'll be all like, you gotta go to his room, you gotta ask him, you know, so you're the one that's wanting to go for a ride, you go for a ride. She would. She would sit there, she'd walk to his room, tell him, hey, I'm taking your bike for a ride. And he'd be all like, fill it up.
Hey, man, when we want to ride, we want to ride.
So that's why she's wanting me to get something like that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, when call Johnny's number, he's probably not going to get any more Harleys for consignment because there was some stuff that happened with that, but so.
What is consignment exactly?
Consignment's when somebody brings you their bike for you to sell, and they kind of pay you a little bit for it, and you like sell it for them for consignment. Like you get a little bit of the proceedings, yeah. So.
Yeah, because I went and stopped by McLary's just to see what they had, and I knew they had a sporty there, but it's been chopped on it, stretched.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm gonna buy a bike, I'm gonna stock, so
yeah, I completely get you. Completely understand.
But, yeah, I learned how to ride on something, well, about that size right there, but it was a Harley, it was an electric ride. It's just like that, but it's fucking protein. It was one of those. It was my buddy's bike, and he was out of town. I told him, I was like, well, it's sitting in my garage. I'm gonna take it for a ride. And he goes, okay. And then after that, he's just like, yo, just go get the oil change on it, and you can ride it.
Hey, yeah.
And when I moved, he was just like, yeah, you can't ride it anymore. It's like, piece of shit. Because I put new tires on it with the oil change. I put his brand new tank, just ordered for it on it, all by my own, and then for him to turn around and tell me I couldn't go ride it, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit.
Yeah, that would probably upset me a little bit too.
It was nice too, it was nice. It would outrun anybody's bike that I knew, and it supposedly didn't have any motor work done to it.
Yeah, I'd like to check under the thing for that.
Well,
have a great day.
I'm gonna try to.
Enjoy the nice weather. We're supposed to get some storms, so keep your eye out.
I don't have a bike anymore, so I can't be.
Yeah, I get you. Thank you.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you, little girl.
Say bye, Betty. She's into Despicable Me, man.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Have a great day. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I had a customer. I couldn't just completely not say anything to him. Wanted to get on here and do my live for y'all, and I wanted to do some. My makeup's all messed up. That's what happens when you work in a motorcycle shop and there's dust everywhere. I wanted to do a crime talk today about the similarities between the Jodi Arias case and the Chris Watts case. If you're not familiar with the Jodi Arias case, then I suggest you go to YouTube and type in Jodi Arias and find out a little bit of information on her, if you're kind of wanting to just have an open discussion and kind of know what we're talking about anyway, at least. Chris Watts case, if you don't know about the Chris Watts case, I suggest YouTube that too. There's so much stuff on YouTube about Chris Watts and Jodi Arias. I just kind of wanted to get on here and make a video about the similarities, not only in Jodi Arias and Chris Watts, but also Nicole Kessinger and Jodi Arias. I think the similarities between those two women are uncanny. The overkill that was done with this case, I think, was ridiculous. She shot him. She stabbed him 27 times. And then slit his throat. So I would say that is overkill and aggression. And when the process of doing this, it was pretty much a sex-fueled relationship. That's all it was. It was nothing but sex and just a lot of sex, I guess. She apparently had some great power in that regard because he was a Mormon and he pretty much lived a double life. He had the Mormon church believing that he was this great Christian guy, and Jodi Arias and him were being not so Christian behind closed doors. But, you know, that's their own conscience that they'll have to deal with on that. But she even got baptized. Hello, Mom. Sorry, my phone rang. Every time I do something, it never fails. I get something going on. Hi, Mind Over Matter. I wanted to do a quick video. Not a quick video, but I don't know if I'm going to even have time to do it now. But I wanted to talk about Jodi Arias and Chris Watts, the cases. Where was I leaving off at? Oh, yeah, the Mormon faith, and she was baptized into the Mormon church. I think she was obsessed with him, so much so that she would have done anything to keep him, no matter what. So, yeah. Nicole Kessinger and Chris Watts, the similarities with that. I think she stalked Chris like Jodi did with... I cannot think of his name. My mind just went blank. What is his name? Oh my gosh, my mind just went blank, y'all. I can't think of his name. What is his name? Jodi and... What's his name? My mind is like literally... I just literally watched videos on it. Travis. When she did that to Travis, it's the overkill and the lies that she told. Well, it was a burglar that came in, and it was 2 people, and he held us up for hostage, and it was just so bad, and he put us in a closet, and it was just so bad. So, her faking, her singing in the interview, the nonchalant attitude that she had, I honestly don't think that she thought she was going to get caught. She didn't think that she was going to get caught. And the similarities between her and NK are ridiculous as far as the narcissistic attitude that they both have. Nicole Kessinger, as far as her being interviewed and her daddy speaking, I still would like to know why nobody is talking. Well, they're talking about why she hasn't been interviewed, but I want to know why. Hello, Christy C. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining. Wanted to do a crime talk on Chris and Jodi. And Nicole Kessinger. I would like to know honestly why she hasn't come out in the public. You know, great to hear. I hope you're having a happy Thursday. One more day and then it's the weekend. Yay! But I would just like to know why she hasn't come public and made a public statement saying, I didn't have anything to do with this, you know, set the record straight. Set the record straight. That's all, that's literally all anybody in the YouTube community that believes that she was involved wants, is her to have at least another interview, some questioning, want to know why the police have just kind of just let her go. Like, oh, it's okay. We just won't talk about it. It'll go away. People will forget. They'll forget about you. Just give it time. Just shh. Just out of sight, out of mind. Because that's literally what she's doing. She is trying to disappear. And Nicole Kessinger, you're not going to be able to disappear. You need to make at least a public statement or something, because in the minds of a lot of people, you are just as guilty as Casey Anthony and just haven't been tried. And you didn't have a trial to put you on the spot. It's just so aggravating that this woman, everybody that has looked at the Chris Watts case has said, the dog's hit in the basement. Something happened in the basement. Okay, what happened in the basement? He says everything happened at the oil field site. He said he both killed them at the oil field site. I don't believe that for 1 second. I do not believe that he killed those little girls at the oil field site. He drove 45 minutes away. Okay, Jodi Arias and Chris Watts, they both premeditated this because they both had time to stop what they were doing and think about what they were doing. Jodi Arias got a gas can and filled her gas can so she wouldn't have receipts going to and from where she was going. That was pretty smart. That was pretty smart, but she messed up thinking that she was going to get away with it. So Nicole Kessinger, she obviously was the ultimate puppet master, and I stand by that 100%. I stand by that 100%. Something happened in that basement. Yeah, she was smart. She was smart. She just got caught. I mean, she was manipulative. Both her and Kessinger were very manipulative on how they handled men, how they knew to handle men, because they had used their feminine wiles to get what they want. It's just no telling how many men Nicole Kessinger was talking to at the time. She was obsessed with Chris. Jodi was obsessed with Travis. He wanted to move on. Jodi didn't want to move on because Travis at that time was the best thing she could have got because he was in the church. He come from a predominant family. You know, Nicole Kessinger, she probably looked at Chris going, wow, what an awesome life. I want that, but I don't want the step to be attached. I don't want to have stepmother attached to that. She wanted a fresh start. She wanted to completely start over. It's so annoying that the police and the investigators just swept it under the rug. Like, we didn't get a trial that we deserved on the Chris Watts case. Him not being able to redo his confession was very smart on the investigators because he's already tried to do that, recount his confession. I think that she has tried to write Chris as an alias. I mean, he straight up said, unless she's writing me as somebody I don't know, you know. Did they already discuss that? Okay, if we get busted, if we get caught doing this, are we still going to have a relationship? Or are you going to still going to try to write me? I'll take all the blame for it as long as you love me because I did this for you. Even Amber Fry and Scott Peterson in that case. Here's the deal with that, though. Y'all are probably going to be like, you don't think Scott Peterson did it? No, I don't. I don't think Scott Peterson did it. I think he was framed because the police wanted to find somebody. That's my personal opinion. I've looked at the case over and over and over. He even had a receipt. Yes, he did have a receipt. That's the only thing I question on it, was the marina and the time thing. But even the people that she was walking her dog with said it was this time frame. There's a lot of people out there that get away with murder and are never caught. And other people are tried unjustly and are in prison for something that they didn't do. That is the sick and twisted world we live with. You don't think Scott Peterson did? You think Scott Peterson did it? I question some things on the Scott Peterson case. I really don't think that he did it, though. Maybe I need to go over the case again. But I've spent so many hours on that case that I just... Oh, you have somebody giving him a phone call? Without a doubt. It's a toll-free call. Hold on, you guys. Elk City Power Sports. No, she's not. She's not in today. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll go over the case again, but I'm telling you, I just don't understand why we got off on Scott Peterson case. But I don't understand why Amber Fry at least made a public statement. She had no idea that he was capable of supposedly doing that. I don't think he did it, though. I think he was framed. He's never even said that he did it. He's never publicly come out and said that he killed his wife. I just don't. I'm really good about picking up people's vibes, and I just don't get that vibe from him. And on the vibe of Chris Watts, I get the vibe that he was used. I get the vibe that he was kind of the pawn. You know, it wasn't the main goal. The main goal, I think she wanted to have the life that Shanann didn't. And Jodi wanted what she didn't have as well. The stature. A lot of people want to be with people for social status. A lot of men marry women for trophy wives. So, you know, you never know what's in the back of a person's mind when they have the motives that they do. So, sorry, I'm getting notifications, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in. And you don't have to agree with me at all. I like having an open discussion. That's what I like about it. I just don't like hate. And my biggest thing is I'm not trying to spread hate on Nicole Kessinger. I just want to know why there's this. I gotta get a fly swatter. There's a fly that's bugging me. Yeah, it's good stuff. Like that's going to help do anything. But, you know. Let's see. Scott was living a double life. Amber knew nothing of his marriage. She helped police. Then Jelmy has the tape she recorded on their phone calls. All very black and white. Yeah, it's true on that. But... The black and white, to me, it's kind of blurred when the neighbor said that she was walking her dog at the time that he had already left the house. So, unless he could have swooped around and him could have been the one that did it, but he's never confessed to killing his wife and unborn child. Never. So that's just, and he reclaims his innocence. So that's why I'm just like, and his demeanor was different. It wasn't like Chris and Nicole's. Yeah, and Jodi's. Jodi just was, you look at her interviews and And Shayna Hubers. Shayna Hubers is another one that her and Jodi Arias and Nicole Kessinger share a lot of the same similarities. Shayna Hubers shot her boyfriend in the face and then in the interrogation room said, "Yeah, I did it. I gave him the nose job he always wanted." And then you're going to say it was self-defense. Okay. All right. We'll let you think that you can believe that, but the overkill as far as the Watts case, I believe, the dumping the bodies in the oil field tanks. Sorry, viewer discretion advised. How a person can look at the life that they've brought into this world and disregard their child's life in such a disgusting manner is very mind-boggling to me. to not have any force or drive behind it. A lot of people want to talk about the spiritual aspect of it. I think there was a force that we don't know driving him as well. It was very dark and just eerie feeling when you watch the police videos. Stupid fly! I need a... As they sit right behind me, hanging up on the wall. It's just a very eerie feeling. I think it's so eerie to me because I think that the case is not solved fully. I think that people haven't been questioned or at least something. I mean, 3 children, an unborn child, and 2 babies were killed. And in such a horrible manner that it's just hard to wrap my brain around. It is just really hard to wrap my brain around how somebody could do that without having a driving force behind it. And not stop. Not if he did that at the oil field sites, if he strangled the girls at the oil field sites, was he listening to that Battery song the whole way? Was that just being embedded into his head, like, you've got to do this because she's your woman and you're going to be with her now and you're doing this because you love her, and if you get caught, so what? Bonnie and Clyde to the end, you know? It's just... But Bonnie isn't in trouble right now. It's just Clyde that's behind bars, that's got life in prison. And the sad thing about it is Shanann's family didn't want to take another human life because murder is murder. Yes, there's justice, but murder is murder. You know, if you take away somebody's life, to me, that is in God's hands to judge you. That is your maker. Other people can view things the other way. That's why we have our justice system. But sometimes our justice system fails us. And I hate to say that, but sometimes it does. It's sad to say when it happens, but a lot of times it's about numbers. And that's stupid. Oh! Sorry, y'all. I've got to kill this fly. We'll get back to our crime discussion in just a second. Did I get him? Ugh! This fly, y'all. This fly. I'm not totally convinced Krill killed. Yeah. I don't think he killed all of his kids by hand either. I just don't see how you can strangle your children or put a pillow over their face, or people do it though. People do it. It happens all the time. We see this in our society today. Exactly. He didn't know important details. Mind over matter, that is exactly right. He did not know. That is so true. Like how it happened and stuff like that. That to me is a person that didn't know all the facts because he didn't do it. So he couldn't exactly tell him, well, were they strangled or did you suffocate them? Well, that's why the story has changed so many times. These flies, they're going to get it. I need to get a fly strip. We've gotten so much rain. All this water is making the flies go crazy. Yeah. The Starbucks cup. Okay, here's another question. Does anybody have questions about the Starbucks cup? Has anybody questioned about the blue glove, that there was only one in the trash can and one on the floor? Does anybody not think that gloves were involved? Okay, gloves don't leave fingerprints. And if she was kind of smart or smart at some level, she's not going to leave fingerprints. The way he described the girls. I know, it's total BS. Exactly. I still don't know. Okay, there was a leak at the bottom of the tank. There was a leak. What was he... Y'all, I'm going to have to go. I've got 2 4-wheelers coming in. So I'm going to have to go. I will get on here and do another live. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll try to set a reminder and come back on here later. Oh, I got another person coming in as soon as I'm going out. I've got people coming in. So I'm going to try to do another live here pretty quick. I'm so sorry. Thanks so much for the wonderful discussion. We'll get on here. We'll talk more about the similarities between the crime cases and about the blue gloves. I'm really wondering about the blue glove. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day. Bye.